Sony's Spider-Man universe has announced recently that they have added to the Kraven the Hunter cast, and fans of blockbuster movies will be delighted that we have a real live, bona fide blockbuster actor on the team. Russell Crowe was recently announced to be the latest actor added to the lineup. Today, we are discussing Crowe's addition to the cast alongside Aaron Taytlor-Johnson, plus everything else we know about the upcoming movie. Stay tuned. First up, let's hear all about Crowe's casting. So, as we revealed last month, Maximus Decimus Meridius himself, Russell Crowe, will be appearing in the upcoming Kraven the Hunter movie. Details are sparse at the moment, but it has been suggested that many of the main characters are that of Kraven's family. So could we see Crowe playing Kraven's father? We know the story is set to take place across multiple movies, so we will more than likely see Crowe appear in all of them as long as he isn't killed off in the first one. Fingers crossed. Kraven the Hunter is one of Spider-Man's best-known nemesis, and his history with our webbed crime fighter goes back decades to the 1960s, and he first appeared in The Amazing Spider-Man number 15, so it'll be exciting to see how Crowe's addition affects the story and what exactly his part will be. And Crowe, who also appeared in the romantic comedy drama A Good Year back in 2006 opposite Marion Cotillard, is no stranger to the Marvel Universe. He will also be appearing in Disney's Thor: Love and Thunder, which drops this summer. The movie will be directed by the hottest property in movie making at the moment, Taika Waititi, so our man Russell is keeping himself extremely busy on the superhero front these days. What do you make of Crowe's inclusion in the cast of Kraven the Hunter? Let us know below. So when are we going to be able to see Kraven the Hunter? This one has been a long time in the works, and even as far back as 2014, Mark Webb, who directed The Amazing Spider-Man 2, revealed that the character could be seen in the artwork for the movie, which was supposed to tease his upcoming appearances in Sinister 6 and The Amazing Spider-Man 3. Unfortunately, both were cancelled, which left us still no closer to getting to see Kraven on the big screen. But fear not. We can reveal today that, barring any hiccups or COVID-related shutdowns, the movie is all set to drop on January 13th, 2023. After being given the green light back in 2018, this one will have been 5 years in the works once it finally drops, and like every other movie over the past couple of years, experienced delays due to the COVID pandemic. We were potentially going to see the character appear in Black Panther and Spider-Man: No Way Home, but that never materialized, unfortunately. And it is odd to have a character given his own movie, having seen so little of him before, but we think it's great and cannot wait to see what the team behind it will do with this one. We just hope there's no more lockdowns which might affect the release. Will you guys be heading to the theater to see this one? Let us know below. Who is directing then? Stay tuned to hear all. Back when Kraven the Hunter had just been announced in 2018, it was rumored that American director Antoine Fuqua, the brains behind Training Day and Brooklyn's Finest, would be in the hot seat for this one. Unfortunately, that didn't pan out, but instead, relative up-and-comer J.C. Chandor was handed the reins. To date, Chandor's most prominent movie is probably A Most Violent Year, which featured Oscar Isaac, as well as 2019's Triple Frontier, which also starred Isaac and Ben Affleck. The decision to hand the director's job to Chandor also came with a few other changes behind the scenes. With only a handful of features in his back catalog so far, the studio might be seen as taking a bit of a risk in installing Chandor in the hot seat, but they will be comforted to know that the director was nominated for an Academy Award back in 2012 for writing Margin Call, which starred Kevin Spacey and Paul Bettany. He followed that one up by directing legendary actor Robert Redford in the 2014's critically acclaimed thriller All Is Lost. It seems action thrillers are Chandor's forte, so could we see Kraven the Hunter head in the same direction? Let's hope so. Have you seen any of Chandor's work before? What's your favorite movie of his? Any ideas what the story will be about then? Well, as we mentioned earlier, details are scarce at the moment, but that doesn't stop us from speculating as to what it might be about. We know from the comics that Kraven is a big game hunter who always harbored ideas of catching Spider-Man to prove to the world that he's the best hunter. He's also known to not use any sort of projectile weapons, preferring to use stealth tactics to capture his prey using his own bare hands, which is pretty much the ultimate baller move when it comes to hunting. I think you'll agree. We know the storyline is inspired by the comic Kraven's Last Hunt, which sees Kraven capture Spider-Man, bury him, and then take on his persona in a bid to out Spider-Man, our webbed friend himself, ultimately proving he's a better hunter than Spidey. Ego much? He then goes on the hunt for a villain named Vermin. In a bizarre twist, Kraven kills himself when Spidey returns, as he has already proven himself to be a better hunter in his own eyes. It seems unlikely that the studio would adapt this exact tale, as it would end in the death of Kraven the Hunter, and we know this one one will span across a few movies. And we can also reveal that Kraven will come face-to-face with Spider-Man in the upcoming movie, which is what we all wanted to hear, right? What else do we know about the movie? Stay tuned to find out. As we mentioned earlier, the movie was initially supposed to be directed by Antoine Fuqua, with the script being written by his longtime collaborator, Richard Wenk. But as is often the case, certain directors like to work with their tried and trusted scribes, so when Fuqua ditched the movie, so did Wenk. With J.C. Chandor came the writing team of Matt Holloway and Art Markham, who debuted with 2004's Shadow of Fear. The pair have also worked on blockbuster titles such as Iron Man and Transformers: The Last Knight, and also helped write the video game Uncharted. There are also a couple of producers on board who know the Spider-Man franchise very well. Avi Arad and Matt Tomlock are both joining the team, and their experience will be invaluable. Arad's experience dates back to the animated series of the 1990s, and Tomlock also worked on earlier Spider-Man movies. Not only this, but they're both involved in the upcoming Morbius movie, which will be dropping soon. More cast news now, with the announcement that Fred Hechinger will be making an appearance. Hechinger, who appeared in the superb HBO dark comedy The White Lotus last year, has recently announced he will be appearing in Kraven the Hunter. Rumor has it that Hechinger, who plays Quinn Mosbacher in the hit Hawaii-based show, will play Kraven's brother, Chameleon, in next year's superhero flick. As well as The White Lotus, Hechinger has also appeared in News of the World, The Woman in the Window, and Hulu's Pam and Tommy. It's been a roller coaster couple of years for the young actor, and with the announcement recently that The White Lotus will be returning for a second season, we hope that means Hechinger will also be involved, although it is understood that there will be a completely new cast for the second season. So, what do we know about Chameleon? Well, his real name is Dmitry Smerdyakov, and as we have mentioned, he is the brother of Kraven. He has a couple of nifty tricks up his sleeve, too. He's a master of disguise and is able to impersonate anyone, as we have seen in the Marvel comics. In the past, we have seen him impersonate Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, and Bruce Banner, amongst others. We also know that Chameleon and Kraven's relationship isn't exactly functional. The pair struggle to come to terms with their family history, which is one of abuse and sadness. Are you looking forward to seeing Hechinger in Kraven the Hunter? Let us know below. And finally, Russell Crowe has been spotted out in the public for the first time in ages. Oscar winner Crowe, who's been known to trash a hotel or two in his time, hasn't been spotted out in public for some time, but he was on hand to provide photographers with a rare glimpse into his life when spotted out recently with girlfriend Brittany Theriot. Brittany, a real estate agent, was handed a $100 bill by Crowe, who is 26 years her senior, as the pair stepped out for a casual stroll. Cute! What's your favorite Crowe film? Gladiator, surely, right? As always, thanks for dropping by, and remember to like and share today's video with any Marvel heads you know of. Also, if you haven't subscribed, why not click the little subscribe button? You know you want to. Bye, guys.